Hi, welcome to Going Insane with Temperature Rain. That's me. How y'all doing? Stay in the river. Okay, so it's a whole whatever. Sorry. Okay, so I'm not this fidgety when I'm not recording. I've invited Gang in, and we were having a little powwow before I started, because I wanted to for them to start grouping me into the message that is kind of a carryover from yesterday. Okay, if you haven't seen yesterday's video, which one? Okay, so let's just invite officially gang, woo, OCG. Uriel, Metatron, hi guys, Raziel, Joan, Madonna, okay, but Magdalene as well. All the girls are here. Sakina is always with me. Sananda, woohoo, beloved. Sandalphon, Raquel, Raphael, Jophiel, Rachel, okay, Esther. Boy, there's some powerful female archetypes here. Ascended Masters and 5D energies and above. Okay, so they wanted me to revisit this. Okay, so this is the Ascension Paradigm that we're entering into, but they wanted me to go deeper into it because there was more. Yesterday, the energy was really high. I mean, I was surrounded by high energy folks, and the music playing. They were blasting their truck stereo with "Proud to Be an American." 'Cause at least I know I'm free. Okay, and so that all incorporated into the message. So I'll do a little bit of the backstory again. This was, you can see I've had it for a while. And I kept it. I don't know why. I don't know how this is one of the pieces of my history when I've lost everything. But this I have. And the man who created this and brought it to me and left it with me. I can still see, I can feel his energy still. I can see his face, and I can see the bewilderment and the pain and the duality inside of him as he explained to me why he wrote this down. Okay, we see it starts up here at the 666, and it's the death. This is the death paradigm, okay, which includes the 9 to 5 enslavement paradigm of them towards humanity, of which I was starting to tap out of and embracing this, because the higher realms had, okay, this I wrote down yesterday morning, and it's sorry for jumping around, but I wrote this down yesterday from some videos that I was asking for clarity and a center for the message for yesterday, or the message to me, because I always start with the message to me, and then it develops into a message I can share Because whether it's hot messness or ascension assistance or soul self-help, for me, it's a well developed, it's water to the well that I can share, which is this platform, which is my bliss, which is my soul song, which is the development and the foundation for whatever my ministry or my mission is going forward. However, okay, which is the message for today. So let me not jump ahead because everything holds hands, right? Okay. So after I jotted this down, okay, so, and I forgot, and they pointed out yesterday that for clarification, I could have showed this, because as it started being downloaded into me, I was doing it like this. And then I was like, but no, that's not right, because it doesn't look like that. It doesn't go down deep. It's like this. So I redrew it. And you can see the dormancy is where we've been and what we're leading or what we're leaving, which is connected to the death paradigm. Okay, so it's no longer the center, but the flux is the center. It's still, the flux. Well, this is the ascension paradigm right here, right? And it's all about choices. We get to choose if we go to a 5D existence into new earth and a more high frequency, vibrant existence that we've been kept dormant from by 3D dwelling, by our 3D developers and creators of the enslavement that we've all been existing in, of which a number of us, like me, and by acknowledging the death paradigm, the person who wrote this down, okay, this was okay, it's like, so it was between 5 and 10 years ago, let's just say, because I don't remember the date, but this is the period of when I started, it's the period from when I had my house was 2010 on. I got this maybe around 2012 to 2015, maybe 16. Anyway, y'all get the idea. I mean, whatever that means to you guys. And this is how he saw existence in general. He's in there, so me. And I'm not sure, because I can't speak for him, what that actually translates out to. But everything else you can see is it's very congruent. It's very well laid out, just like this was. So after I wrote this down, and the karma busting is what's creating the flux to leave the dormancy period of death and the 3D dwelling, to start ascending into the 5D existence and creating new earth through the Great Awakening, and embracing that, and whatever that means to each soul respectively. Okay. After I wrote it down, I had to pack everything up, because I was at a place and I had it all my stuff set out on a table, and it didn't feel right anyway. But after they reminded me that I had this, and so I had to go get it, regenerate my energy, and figure out where I was going to come. And then I ended up at that park, and with the high energy folks that were gathering at the park, and were playing the music on their stereo. Okay, and it stuck with me all day. The impact of these. Okay, so what they want me to do is then to revisit that. Okay, so we're doing well because we're in this paradigm now. We're no longer in this paradigm, but every soul sees it and experiences that differently. Okay. And every soul is sovereign in free will choices. They can choose to ascend or not to ascend. They can choose to help manifest and co-create New Earth or not to. They can leave New Earth as Gaia is ascending, because Gaia is going to ascend. She decided, and we're here to help. We're already ascending, which is getting us into the dualistic, the duality, the contrast of the souls that are existing within Gaia right now, and the electric energy that is producing the Ascension Paradigm. Okay, the New Earth Paradigm. That is not this anymore, because we said no more. We won't comply. Okay. Now, I've talked about how I'm a fringe dweller, and my life has never been a status quo existence, for reasons of my contract, my soul contract, and my mission as I move forward and my culmination of experiences and miracles brought in by my faith and my trust in the universe and in my experience with the unconditional love of the higher realms, Yeshua, Jesus. And Jesus is my beloved, and I am his, and I know that that's true. And knowing that and being secure, no matter what position, no matter what's going on, what it seems like in the 3D reality around me, I know I exist in a higher place. Okay, so, and not everybody's had that experience. And like I said before, don't judge your experience on my experience. But you do take my word, okay, and I have no reason to lie, right? Take my word that it's a real thing. It's a real deal. It does happen. And the miracles, once given the opportunity to show up by faith and trust, and we're going to get into a little bit more on how to enter into that position. I want to see into that. Okay. So gang, get me back on point, please. Okay. So commitment. Okay. So the commitment to, okay. Thank you, gang. So we are the authors of our existence. Okay. And like I've said in the last couple of videos, few videos, being on, or 10, who knows? Okay. Commitment. That's what they said. Commitment to being on the highest path for the greatest good of the all. Is something that should be embraced with joy and a childlike spirit of excitement and fascination. Whatever you're doing, it should be encompassing in that, because this isn't the paradigm anymore. If you're still in a death spiral, stop. I mean, you need to pull out. You need to not be a falling angel when all it takes, like the falling angel spiritual narcolepsy card says, all you have to do is spread your wings out and let the wind carry you. Okay. And it takes commitment to being in flight, just to not be having a death plunge into a death experience. So that's what this whole channel is about. The soul self-help, if you're new here, welcome. But the soul self-help list is always at the end of my videos. And in my playlist, it's other than oracles. And the oracle card readings are always timeless. And they are to repurpose our imaginations, to reignite and spark our awareness of our existence into a new place, and to return to our original makeup, which is magical, energetic, co-creating manifestors in league with the grand design of the great divine. Okay, so whatever that looks like to you. All right. So following our bliss, I did pre-shuffle. Okay, so I don't have to do a bunch. I'm not saying that everybody needs to go quit their jobs, but if you're being led to, I would go ahead and ask Spirit to help you to do it. If they're the ones, if divine is the one encouraging you to exit any situation that you may find yourself in, living, people, situationships, relationships, whatever. Okay, if you're being encouraged and nudged to exit in some manner, I would ask for help and direction on that, and then follow your gut and develop your develop your intuition and your discernment and start moving, because right now you're going to, with the intention of being on the highest path for the greatest good of the all, and in league, and instead of insisting on executing things by a mental 3D dense dweller, a dormant mind and paradigm, forcing it to happen, controls illusion, forcing it to try to happen the way you see it or think it should happen. Sometimes flying by the seat of your pants and shooting from the hip are the way to go for the best results in the most accelerated manner, to make it be able to cut through rough terrain, but you still have to be able to, have guidance for where you're placing your feet, because it's usually uncharted territory, especially for our minds and our egos. Okay, and that's all in previous videos. Okay, I'm not going to go too deep into all that. Let's just start. So we're holding the instruments. We are the instruments, creating who we want to be, what we want life to be. We are co-creating and manifesting, and we are the authors of what that looks like. Once your intention is to be on the highest path for the greatest good of the all, then you just need to start making the decisions that back up your best self scenario, or your best scenario, because we're created with the passion inside of us, something that excites us. Even traits in people, we're born with the innate desire for that, or passion for that, because that is what as souls, to pursue and seek out as as we're pursuing our choices through this existence. I mean, there's things that are appealing to some souls that are not appealing to other souls, but there's something here that appeals to all souls, you see? So that's how you get with like-hearted, like-minded people, and how you get along with you, yourself, and you, me, myself, and I. We get along because we all understand and agree what makes us passionate, and what excites our eyes, our mind, our taste, what smells good, and etc. Okay. Anything else? Gang. I said trust your passionate. Trust your passion. Not to be mistaken or mixed up with lust or fleshly pursuits, like getting high and chasing that dragon. That's not the same thing. That's not a passion. Okay, ready? You. I believe that most of the sensitive souls, the light workers, and etc., most being here to karma bust, and therefore experiencing much turbulence in their personal lives, abandonment, abuse, sexual, violent, emotional, verbal abuse, in our youth, in our past lives, does have us seeking to relieve ourselves from that. And so most of us have had bouts with addictions or chasing dragons to relieve us, to which is provided to us from the enslavers, to imitate what we know innately because we've already existed in bliss. Okay, the 0 point. In other realms, this is an experience. This is not existence. Okay, this is an existence experience. This lifetime. Okay, it's a false sense of bliss or the numbing. That, I mean, I don't understand the opiate thing, but I get the premise of it. I get why people want to escape. Why some don't pull out and want to do something about why they want to escape. I don't get that, but that's me. So, I mean, I'm not supposed to get it, right? I'm not always supposed to get it. My experience is not their experience, which is fine. I'm not judging. I'm just saying I don't get it. I've loved many souls that had alcohol, self-medicating with alcohol, cocaine, methamphetamine, overdoing pot, using pills and mixing stuff. I mean, I've seen some really hairy, scary stuff, and I've experienced. I mean, I've partaken in some pretty hairy, scary stuff as well. All trying to either exit from the pain, right, or yeah, self-medicating from pain is exiting from the pain. It depends on how far you actually take it, I guess. Anyway, those forms are presented to us by the enslavers and they feed a false bliss, a false numbing, and very unproductive, actually counterproductive to why we're here. But that was by design, to stop us from being successful. for this now, for a time such as this. Okay, so like I said, I'm not judging. I'm just pointing it out, because let's make up. Physical, even eating sugar. Diabetics. They're killing people by the thousands just by the food that they give us and make easy for us to eat. And people keep doing it. They'll kill themselves drinking. My father killed himself drinking alcohol, but I found out later that it was because he decided to go ahead and do it then. Just nonstop. That's all he did was drink, knowing it would kill him. But I found out it was because he had skin cancer. But he went out as an alcoholic. And he chose to leave everything as chaotic and broken relationships. He didn't correct poor behavior patterns or emotional abuse or anything before he left. I'm good with it. I decided to handle it by addressing it head on here, and that's what I've been doing. And that was what happened when I took off. When they said quarantine, I said quarantine this, and off I went. And that's when my Facebook ministry started, because, well, it just did. And okay. So I said trust, right? And faith, and trust that your passion is what you're authoring for your life. Because we're almost done karma busting. The flux is almost over. And then there's only two choices. Because this is happening. The death paradigm is dead. Death paradigm is dead. And let it die. Let it die. We don't need that. We're done. Do not comply. Hi. And we got the stag. So the stag says trust and thrive. The divine masculine has been making an appearance. And that right there, the stag, is a spiritual totem for the divine masculine. Here. I think so. Okay, try that. Okay, let's try up here. I'm going to have to look at it looks like. The decisions, it's about the choices again and again. They keep bringing it back. So we're sovereign. We get to choose. Okay. But if you're going to go ahead and commit to letting this die, and allowing your soul to continue its journey on here. Going on to New Earth, commit to it. If you have the heart to have committed to this paradigm and surviving all this time, committing with the same amount of heart and commitment, endurance, tenacity, moxie to this, that's the energetic catapult that is needed right now. We need to reamp up because October's almost over, and Halloween is still one of the most highly charged and energetic energies on the spiritual realm, and the darker energies are going to give it they're going to try again. They're going to try again until they're exposed. The reason for the delay a lot of the times in the 5D chess game that's going on between these two paradigms is that the white hats, the alliance against the enslavers, they're trying to prevent mass injury in one form or another, whether it's mental, physical, spiritual, sexual abuse upon the population on a large scale, such as what goes on in the dumbs underneath our feet, which are, I believe, all but taken care of, all the way taken care of just now. But also like on a 911 scale, the enslavers had threatened the general population, the global citizenry. Okay, and a lot of this hurry up and wait has been about them defeating them because things will get explained. But this is about us. Okay, it's not about what the alliance is doing. This is about because we don't forget, we're soldiers of the Most High, boots on the ground. We're not up in our spaceships with our brothers and our sisters. Okay, which they are. If you want contact with them, if you want to have conversations with them, if you can, you have to set the intention and then be open to receiving it because they will respond. So don't be surprised and shocked and dismayed when they do. Okay. Stag, trust and thrive. Come alive and thrive. Stand in your light and glory with grace and majesty. The Stag card brings graceful and powerful medicine into your life. In the Celtic traditions, the stag, with his crown of antlers, is known as the king of the forest and is a totem that brings protection in challenging times. In Native American traditions, he is greatly loved for stags and deer have provided food for the people and materials that have allowed them to create medicine items such as drums, rattles, and smudge fans. Although Stag has been hunted in the past and still is, he has strength, dignity, and poise. When this card arises, it can also represent fertility and sexuality. Maybe an opportunity to explore your sexual side with your spiritual integrity supporting you on that journey. They did try to, the nefarious ones, they even use sex as an addiction. And it's turning out to be the most profound addiction in the whole history of the human race. And then they fed off the fear and the torment and the anguish that it instilled in the victims. You have an opportunity to thrive. Trust in all that you have to offer, all your gifts, strength, and power, and make the most of it. You are born to lead, and this can only become a reality when you are willing to put yourself in that position. Stag energy allows you to feel safe because the antlers keep away anything that could interfere with your intelligence and presence. And their strength gives you the power to be agile in your thinking. You are being encouraged to retrain your dignity and be proud of who you are and all that you've accomplished. This in turn will give you even more power to thrive. Onwards and upwards. Onwards. Tally ho. Let's go. Okay. Let it go. We have to let go of this. We have to let go who we were, what we represented, our choices that were against our core self, but we did it to survive and thrive in a death spiral, in a paradigm that was death spiraling by design, because that's irrelevant. As global citizens, we understand that we were all prisoners of the enslavement. And as ascended beings, we understand there's no judgment, only experience. Still waters run deep. Deep wells are what we need. Okay? To raise the vibrancy from those that are still dwelling here. Let it go. It's okay. Let it go. Let it go. It's like there's situations and bad things that happen to me. I used to care about the why, the how come, the circumstances, the involvement, the ripple effect. You know, where what was the pebble that started it? I don't care anymore. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. Let it go. Key concepts: forgiveness, healing resentments, shedding the role of the eternal martyr. I don't need it no more. Let it go. You should find that spot. That's part of the 0.0 point. Shedding the role of the eternal martyr, letting go of victimhood, cutting the ties that bind you to destructive story, releasing pain so you can move into the lesson it offers, relinquishing the need to be right. There are times in life when you must forgive, lest you become a hostage to your anger, frustration, disappointments, and resentments. This is not about condoning bad behavior or minimizing a hurt done to you. Forgiveness is simply commitment to stop telling an old story so you don't carry its burden anymore. If you don't figure it out how to forgive, if you don't forgive, old hurts fester and become distorted, causing you pain over and over again. You become trapped in a prison of your own making, tied to the story that you were a victim. It's time to cut the invisible cords attaching you to the situation and preventing you from moving forward. The truth is, you are victimizing yourself every time you recreate an unresolved hurt in your mind or speak of it with friends. Rather than allow this folly to repeat, surrender the situation to your higher power. Now is the time for radical forgiveness. Say no to drama in all forms and forgive yourself and others for engaging in it. Consider the ancient Hawaiian practice known as Ho'oponopono. The simple prayer is a beautiful way to begin the process of forgiveness. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Thank you. I love you. It's based on the idea that we are all responsible for the reality we see in the world. If something is awry, whether it's your perception, your emotional reactions, your judgment, and so forth, it's up to you to clean it up. Forgiveness is the key to a liberated and meaningful life. No matter what method you choose, just do it. So you can do that to yourself. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Was it? Let's do it again. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Thank you. I love you. The Rose's Kiss. The Rose's Kiss. The Rose's Kiss. Key concepts: joy, experiencing pleasure, deep satisfaction and enjoyment, desires acknowledged, five sensory reality. Take a deep breath and center on the feeling of joy. Can you allow your senses to awaken and connect with your innate desire to experience all life has to offer? They are so good at this. This is the passion. Childlike joy, passion, dancing, and like I said yesterday, the drum beats, I'm still having a love-hate relationship with music, so I could take this advice for myself. I just am trying not to time portal myself to people, places, and things that I don't want to. It's like cutting ties with toxic people. I have had to do this a couple of times. Music is so intense for me. Okay. But dancing, like as tribal dancing, tribal beats, that pagan and, innate, the innateness in us, the tribalness. That's what it is. Take a deep breath and center on the feeling of joy. Can you allow your senses to awaken and connect with your innate desire to experience all life has to offer? Pleasure is part of life. Let yourself surrender to it today. Our modern times often present a false ideal of how we are meant to experience the world. Connections are lost and distorted by our over-reliance on technology. Look around and see how few people actually maintain eye contact or engage in conversation. Instead of tapping away at a screen, pause and consider how you can make more intimate contact. Yeah, instead of texting somebody, call them. Go visit. Y'all are not children. I do not have to explain all that together. Connecting with nature, enjoying the sensual pleasures of sex, and or being aware of sensations of taste, touch, smell, sight, and sound may be important right now. How do your sheets feel? Can you reach out and feel the heat and softness of your companion animal nestled beside you? Be present to another person. See them and let yourself be seen. Your five senses are aching to be engaged right now. This is an invitation to get out of your head and into your body. You might be a spiritual and intelligent being, but right now, the emphasis should be on having a sensory experience. This is a sacred part of this gift of life. By being present in the sensual world, you invite an even deeper spiritual experience. Amazing, isn't it? Perhaps it really is time to stop and kiss the roses. Call of the Muse. Call of the Muse, key concepts. Creative expression, being in the flow of creativity, tuning into inspiration, allowing creativity without being self-conscious. Writing and journaling as a means of connection. Touche, mon frère. When you feel the call of the Muse, you are being invited to create, to be the artist, choreographing your life, serving on behalf of the great artist, divine source. While the process feels intensely personal, your ego and self-identification are, ironically, the most unnecessary parts of this equation. While you might think you own the magic of your creativity, can you truly say that you're the source of the inspiration? Similar to the spirit of genius from card 29, imagine your creativity stemming from another spirit guide, the Muse. Just as the genius needs to partner with your intellect, so does the Muse need you to open your heart and let magic flow through your intuition and emotions. Stop seeing yourself as the center of the process and instead see yourself as a partner in a creative dance. Sometimes you might be inside the music and the feelings, the story and its expression. Other times you observe from the sidelines, watching it all flow from an unknown yet deeply intimate source. Today your Muse is calling you to be a channel and allow the creative energy to flow through you. The energy of emotion is waiting to be given a voice, a name, a shape, or a color. Journal, finish that writing project, start something new, paint, sing, dance, and don't worry where any of it lands. It has its own plans for you. Your Muse knows where this is all meant to go. For you, the big magic is in the experience of answering the call. Watchers again. Transpersonal. Watchers. Serendipity, the observer, witness. Transpersonal. When watchers appear, it's an invitation to stop doing. Pause, get off the treadmill, and take a deep breath. Find the witness within, the one who can observe the fire and the fury happening around you, but is not caught up in any of the drama. The time is right to step back. If you have a thought or opinion, keep it to yourself. If you have a feeling that needs to be expressed, do it in the shower. Do not engage with the action happening around you. Simply observe. Watchers show up to direct your attention to the horizon and away from the anthill in front of you. Others might think you are simply doing nothing, but let them know that you are helping the sun to set in the evening sky. I love that. There are bigger things to attend to. You have spent such a long time trying to correct the course of the events and the actions of others. Let it be for a short while, and you become the observer rather than the doer. The watchers invite you to break free from the linear, casual pace of the petty day to day. Rise to divine coincidence, to serendipity, and notice how the act of seeing the heart of the matter produces results. Things happen without your doing anything. Highest path for the greatest good of all, right? They're so good at this. Creation unfolds in its own mysterious way, requiring only a sacred witness. Happy Sunday, everybody. Overflow, overwhelm, and plenty is where we're going. It's like, what wave do you want to be riding as we enter into this? What's your energy? What are you painting in your landscape? What threads? What kind of material is in your tapestry? What's the magic that you're adding as you experience your existence in this experiment? Overflow, too much, overwhelm, and plenty. So many good things are headed your way or are already occurring in your life right now. Yet you may be thinking that they're not possible or you're not worthy of them. Abundance is everyone's natural state before we project our restrictions on it. Abundance is everyone's natural state before we project our restrictions on it, defining what it means, who has it, and who gets it, and so forth. Right? Yep. And so forth. Right now, take yourself out of your conditioning and look at your life through the eyes of plenty. There is so much beauty and love, opportunities and divine synchronicities destined to support your dreams abound and are lined up for you, yet it's sometimes difficult to discern it all because you're bombarded with too much information and stimulation, distracting you from the truth that all is well. Put down the phone. Sometimes all this overflow can be overwhelming, and you may find yourself responding with empathy overload. Empathy overload occurs when you tune into the collective angst and fear about impending changes and uncertainties. It's unmanageable. You feel like you're drowning in those emotions. It's time to allow yourself to detach, bring yourself back to your life. Restore your faith in a power greater than you, and remind yourself to focus on your smaller personal universe. Which is much easier to manage. In this way, you know that you are a conduit for life and life's blessings, and can share them with others, making this perception of overflow profoundly positive. Woohoo! Bloom where you are planted. They are so good at this. Bloom where you are planted. You are in exactly the perfect place. It may seem difficult to be on earth during these accelerated times of learning. You may long for your place in the stars as you gaze at the night sky, but you were brought to earth for a definite reason. In fact, you picked it, even if you don't remember why. Embrace being part of and literally grown from this planet for the next collective evolution. Bloom where you are planted, and bloom where you are planeted. What is the inside job I can do to create a greater impact in the world exactly where I am already through my profession, business, community, neighborhood, etc.? Make a checklist of 10 different actions you can take within the next month after answering the Cosmic Catalyst prompt. Ask wonderfully, receive graciously. I get so humbled with these. Thank you, gang. Thanks for being here with me, you guys. Ask wonderfully, receive graciously. Congratulations, you're ready to fully receive exactly what you want, but only if you ask. Too many of us are stuck in the habit of giving and being of service, but this is only one half of the infinite dance. Allow others to experience the joy of giving and serving you. It's time to ask. Ask wonderfully and receive graciously, knowing what you receive will be multiplied 1,000-fold through your greater vision. Imagine the entire world created to fulfill exactly what you need when you ask with a cheerful expectancy and in alignment with your highest purpose. Wow, they are so good. Life is like a room service menu awaiting your delivery instructions. You just need to ask. Cosmic Catalyst, what is my highest desire right now? How can I joyfully ask for it? Ask wisely, ask whimsically, and ask often today. See how it feels and what happens. Experiment without attachment to any requests. Wow. That's the title. Alrighty then. The energy is it's, I feel like it's at a higher, we're at a higher frequency. Like, we're at we've reached cruising altitude of 10,000 feet higher than what we were at. And we're cruising, waiting for the next, elevation sequence. So, tally ho, let's go. Let's get on with this. Because, I'm excited. And I'm ready to seek the next now. But I'm going to stay in this one and enjoy this one for the moment, knowing that it leads to where I want to be. With joy and childlike wonder and trust and faith in all of creation, and that as a part of the universe as the all is taking care of me, because I'm it. I am it. It is me. I'm just as magical as I claim to be, because that's as magical as I intend to be. So yeah, so are you. And if you can cultivate joy and childlike wonder, ready, within that, then there's nothing left. There's nothing left but the celebrating, the ascending. There's nothing left but the ascending after that. Okay. 5 of Gabriel, a challenge you can resolve. Withdraw from the drama of others. Have patience with yourself and those around you. Okay. They said I don't need to. 2 of Ariel, he's such a show off. She likes it. See? She likes it. She doesn't want him to know she likes it, but she likes it. It's important to have balance, working multiple jobs or projects at once, making work fun. Yes, yes. 3 of Michael, badass. Aw. He says, don't cry. Don't cry. I got you. I got you. Nobody can hurt you. Release the past. You will grow from this situation. Time heals all wounds. Because release the past is definitely part of the preamble, was it not? 3 of Michael. You will grow from this situation. When challenging events occur, it's important to take time to heal. You do not have to do it alone. Ask your angels, guides, or human friends for assistance. Forgive everyone involved, including yourself. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Thank you. I love you. For actions or choices you may see as having been unkind or in error, time truly does heal all wounds. I can testify. Ask your angels and guides to help you see the reason for this situation in your life. A new perspective could allow you to view things in a different light. Know that you'll become a stronger person over time because of this challenge. So, if we feel like we're going through something and we're, just like I say, I always just go head in and say, okay, show me what this obstacle is. Show me why I'm in this. Show me what this emotion is. Show me reveal to me what I've stuffed, so I can face it and challenge it and get over it. Because the pressure is what creates the diamond. So don't pray for no pressure. Pray for the strength to get through it and to receive the lessons and conceive of and digest and cultivate the lesson from the experience in a straightforward manner. And that's pressure, but it's also what makes the diamond beautiful and hard. Okay. Things in a different light. Know that you'll become a stronger person over time because of this challenge. Time to release the past, disharmony, heart conditions. 7 of Raphael. Time to make a decision. Be clearer on what you want and take action. A need for detoxification. Epiphany. Archangel Raziel. Woo! Go Team Raziel, Uriel. Joy through spiritual growth. Be a light to others. Answers that come through meditation. Let's read that one, shall we? Yes, let's. This card signals that you're on a quest to discover your true self. Meditation and quiet time provide great insight into the nature of your own heart and your life purpose. It's not a time of loneliness, but of inner joy and exploration, your divine light within, and exploring your divine light within. You may find a mentor who magically shows up at the right moment. Uh-oh. Oh. It could also be that it's time for you to share your own spiritual journey with others who are seeking a mentor. Archangel Raziel holds up his lantern of enlightenment to welcome you to the starry mountaintop where self-discovery awaits. Additional meanings: consider life's mysteries, spend quiet time alone, be a light to others, heed your own counsel. Wise advice is coming your way. Archangel Raziel watches over the spiritual teachers and students who are looking for insight or to tap into their own inner knowledge. You can call upon him to assist you in understanding complicated metaphysical concepts. If you're finding it difficult to meditate, ask Archangel Raziel to help quiet your mind and allow your angels and guides to bring you to the spiritual insights you're seeking. Queen of Raphael. Kind, understanding, giving, and psychic. Follow your heart, a love of home and family, trustworthy psychic information. I think we'll read her as well. And then we're going to bid each other adieu. Queen Raphael, your heart is your greatest strength. Expect relationships with others to develop to a new level. Someone is in the perfect position to help another person understand his or her own feelings. And immense love of home and family is also in evidence. Any psychic or intuitive information that arises is completely reliable. Someone who's wise and kind, a loving and nurturing person with the ability to solve problems before they occur. Psychic, spiritual, understanding, giving. Additional meanings: a psychologist, a champion of the underdog, giving too much, unconditional love, the need for self-care. Well, there you have it. I hope that you got as much out of this or more than I did. Thanks for hanging out with me. Have a blessed week. I'll see you when we get back here again. Oh, do you want me to show? Oh, okay. That's okay. So, okay, adieu.